Before we go any further, I'd just like to say one thing. Balls! Hello? Sounds like the dog's found something. Well, you never know. It might be a luxury inn. Oh, bats. He found bats. Good work, boy. Bats are exactly what we needed right now. What do you think happened to Ben? He's a strong swimmer. Probably reached a sandy beach somewhere. Palm trees, beautiful women, coconut cocktails. Jammy bastard. What the hopping hobs is that? It must be protecting something. Like the way out, most likely. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We haven't got this far, haven't got this many people behind us to end up dying in some forsaken, far-off hole in the ground. Now, wherever we are, we're not the only ones who got stuck in this damn place. Not the most encouraging sign in the world, is it? Still, they might have something useful on them. Why don't you check the second lot over there?
I found something. A note. It speaks to us still. Darkness incarnate. We know now we can never escape it.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Hey, I've got something too. One of these poor sods left a journal. Most of the pages have disintegrated, but well, you can still see plenty of weird symbols. It's mostly gobbledygook anyway. I mean, listen to this nonsense. Luminous spirits of the sands impart daybreak and gleam under a quiet moon. What's that supposed to be? Look at that. Can you believe I did that? Does look somewhat dark, though. Oh, maybe going down isn't such a good idea. You know how I said it looked somewhat dark? Well, I'd like to amend that statement. We're looking into utter, total, complete darkness. Oh, what have you got there, boy? Ah, you little genius. Good boy. Oh, no, that's better. So what do you think this place is?
I have no idea.
Temple of some sort? What could anyone possibly worship in here? No, we're not going any further this way. Looks like a bridge. Is that the mechanism to raise it on the other side? Isn't that handy? One of us will have to get across to use it. There must be some other way to get there. Here we go. You should be able to make it to the other side from here. Okay, be careful now. That thing's probably pretty stiff, and we don't want to make any more noise than we have. Yes. And quiet as stealthy mice, the adventurers forged on ahead. I know I have a tendency to be slightly paranoid, but did that sound like something friendly to you? Now, where have we seen that before? Stand back. Walter the Scholar will deal with this. With an increasing sense of trepidation, admittedly. Luminous spirits of the sands, inhale the restless gloaming. Oh, there you go. What can I say? I have a knack for gibberish. Do you ever get the feeling somebody's playing games with us?
All the time.
Let's just be thankful and get through this place as quickly as we can.
The light you bring will die. The light inside you will die.
Who's
All
there?
that you are will die.
Show yourself. Oh, this isn't good.
The children are here to play.
What are they?
Bring me their hearts. Bring me their stomachs.
There's too many of them. Keep fighting. Keep fighting.
Can you hear that sweet music playing nowadays? That's our heartbeat. The children put it there out of love. Do you know? You are tainted. The stain will never wash out. The sun will never shine upon you again. Tainted, broken little toys.
It's all right. We're all right. We just have to keep going, that's all. We're all right. More of those things! Come on, Walter. Just hold it together. Damn this book and whoever wrote it. The bastards. Why didn't they tell us what was down here? Darkness incarnate. Like we're supposed to know what that means. It won't stop. It won't stop till it kills us. Wait. I think we must be close to an exit. There's a cold breeze. Can you feel it? There's that sound again. It's almost like... No! Not the light, not the bloody light! Come on, Oil. These things are all around us. Come on! Come on! No, we have to get out of here. You hear me? You hear me? We have to get out of here. As long as we have fire, we'll be all right. We'll have to keep walking, and we'll get out of here.
We are coming.
It's here!
We will devour your kingdom. There will be no violence. There will be only darkness. The children command. Blind seer not tell you about us? Did she not warn you?
It's gone. The bastard's dead and gone. Right, and we're getting out of here. I'm sorry. I lost my head back there, I know. I've never liked dark caves, but this... it's as if someone took my worst nightmare and made it real. But it's gone now. It's gone! And we're going to be fine. Looks like the only way is down. Goody. Right. You all right down there?
Yes. It isn't far down.
Right, here I come then. 3, 2, 1.
Water!
You let him die. You let us take him, but you're glad. You know. You wish a great wave of darkness will cover you. They will come come for your king. Who will sit upon the throne of our What happens to this piece of flesh? Darkness touches its soul. But you too wish for the Black Void. You tire of your travels. Cries of the helpless, the cries of your dead. You too will be sorry. You feed us. We have waited centuries for you. You see now the future that awaits you. All those people you want to save. The people you want to control. They will shrivel as your friend has. Watch us fly to your heart. We are the swarm. We are the prey. You see now the future that awaits you. All those people you want to save. The people you want to control. Hiding they will shrivel. They have bodies now. Bodies can tear you asunder.
The kingdom is doomed.
You are a fragile thing. You and your kind dissolve so easily. Feel the embrace of children. They bring you eternal contentment. Accept death now. It is so much easier than what is to come. He bleeds light and fades away. You should see it. It's a beautiful sight. You've brought hurt. The children are angry. The Dark Guardian shall come and protect us. And all that is flesh and light shall die. This land is ours! Darkness shall spread across the world!
See? That thing. It blinded me. I can't see!
It's okay, Walter. I'm here.
We have to get out. Quickly. Take me out of this place. Please. Please get me out of here. I can't see anything. Take me to the light, please. It's still out there. We need to leave. You can hear it too, can't you? It is there. I'm not mad. I can't see anything. Take me to the light, please. Are we out? Did we get away?
Yes. We're safe now.
What can you see?
A desert.
And I can feel the heat and the sand. But whatever that thing did to me, it's like it sucked all the light from inside me. I still can't see anything. Just don't let go.
Careful. There's steps up ahead.
All right. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know how far I can go. Are there no signs of civilization?
There's something in the distance. It looks like an enormous statue.
How far?
It's going to take us a few hours.
No, stop. I can't do this.
Of course you can. Come on.
I'm too weak. You have to leave me. Listen to me. I can't see. I can barely stand. I won't just slow you down. I'll get you killed. You have to go on without me. Don't worry about me. I'm no use. You can't save me. I'm dead weight now.
Stop talking like that. We're going to make it through this.
Oh, will you listen to me? You have to leave me behind. That thing left you weak too. Don't you think I can tell? What you have to do is too important to risk for an old wreck like me. Listen, you have to go on without me.
I won't leave you here.
Guy, you have to. I can't. I can't.
Walter!
It's all right. It's all going to be all right.
I'll come back for you. I promise. I'll get help.
You'll do me proud. I know you'll do me proud.
Walter!
Where are you? I can't see. I need help. Please.
I'm blind. I can't see. Help you abandoned your friend to die. He's calling for you, while the children spread out his heart to the sky. You try to run away, but you are made of sand. You are falling apart
I have
between
to
our
find out
fingers.
just how ready you are. Fight!
He would have done anything for you. Now he screams alone. He curses you. Not even in death will he forgive you. Are you blind? Are you blind yet? There's nothing left. You're gone. All gone.
She's still alive. The other can't be far away.
Taking a nap in the sun? Typical royalty. You had me worried there for a while.
Walter?
Don't worry, we'll find her. You just sit tight, Princess. Can you help them?
The young one will be fine. She is strong. We need to tend to the older one at once.
Hang in there, Walter.
Hey, boy.
You are awake. Good. My name is Kaelin, and you are in the city of Aurora. I have much to tell you.
Walter? How is he?
He is fortunate to be alive, but we have seen his condition before. We may be able to help him.
Is there another of my friends here? I thought I saw in the desert.
A devilishly handsome soldier by the name of Ben Finn? Not dead yet, my friend.
Please, come with me.
Don't worry, he's a tough old nut. He'll pull through. It's so good to see you. When I was fished out of the local port and Walter and you weren't there, well, I thought it was all over. Then I realised I was being an arse, and I worked my charms to get a search party out for you. Not that Kaelin here needed much persuading.
We are accustomed to misfortune. Now it is time you saw our city.
Welcome to Aurora, the city of nightmares.
The Crawler did this. The being you fought in the desert caves. It appeared 5 years ago, bringing darkness and death. The few of us who still live have known nothing but fear since. We never know when it will come. And we cannot hope to defeat the creature and its spawn without an army. Even with someone like you by our side. Ben Finn speaks most highly of you. But you are not the first savior to come here. Please, walk down to our streets. See for yourself. Then we may talk more.
Go ahead. I've seen enough already. I'll check up on Walter.
You are the one who survived the desert night.
Yes.
We have not had much fortune with outsiders. But as you can see, fortune deserted us long ago. You have come to a cursed land.
What are you doing here? Everybody else seems to be hiding.
I am honoring the dead. My wife and my child. And I stand here because I do not fear joining them.
I'm sorry.
You may read their memorials if you wish. There are many elsewhere. On statues, doorways, wherever a memory will allow itself to live on.
Now you know what we have suffered. But as I said before, you are not the first outsider to come here.
Who was the other?
His name was Logan, the King of Albion.
Seems your big brother's been keeping secrets. He used to go on expeditions all the time, remember? Until about 4 years ago.
He too faced the Crawler. He saw all his soldiers killed by the darkness and nearly died himself. But he survived thanks to our care. He left with a promise that he would return with an army and save us from the Crawler. We never saw him again. King Logan did not.
I promise.
Then let us go to war.
You have survived a terrible ordeal, But you will be the stronger for it. With Kaelin and the Auroran people on your side, you are finally ready to face your brother. It is time for you and Walter to gather your allies and take Bowerstone Castle.
How is he? Is he gonna make it?
I do not know. The darkness is deep within him. Few ever wake.
But he's improving. I mean, you're doing your thing and he's getting better, right?
I do not wish to give you false hope.
Perhaps it would be better if we allowed him to rest.
Don't worry, he's a tough old nut. He'll pull through.
Oh, balls to you all. You're not burying me just yet.
See? I told ya.
Yes. Shame my first sight had to be your ugly mug.
I'm sorry I left you, Walter.
You did all you could. And don't think I don't know it. I told you you'd make me proud. Well, we didn't exactly find the army we were hoping for. And I feel about 100 years older than when we left, but we're finally ready. You've surpassed every hope I had for you. You're the queen Albion needs. So come on. It's time to gather your generals and prepare for battle. You know, maybe I'll take a little nap first.
All right, I've got it. I take a small group of soldiers down this route and blow up the West Barracks. It will draw their attention and open up the main route.
How's that better than my idea?
We will live longer than a few seconds.
Oh, well, now you're just picking holes.
Give it up, boy. What I want to know is what my men need to do.
That's for the future queen to decide.
Paige knows the city best. We'll follow her plan.
Fine. I only put mine forward to annoy her anyway.
I see you've really matured on your travels. If you'll look at the map, we can go through the details.
My ships will take you to the beach here.
We can expect heavy mortar fire, but most of Logan's soldiers will be busy dealing with Paige and her men.
I want to be in the thick of the smoke and the fire and the glory. If Paige takes the west route, it's only fair I take the east.
Which leaves the centre to us. Less chance of getting lost.
Then we're agreed.
Are you sure you're up to this, Walter?
Oh, don't worry about me. I may feel old and tired, but the day hasn't come yet when I can't charge into a good old-fashioned fight. Let the battle for Albion begin.
Our people are getting torn to shreds out there. They need our help.
We need to take care of that mortar.
We've already lost one ship. Kaelin's could be next. Come on.
That is right.
Shoot at the king's
It's
men!
time you led from the front. We'll follow every step of the way. Ready? Let's go!
That's it! Hack her to death!
The longer we stall, the more of our people we
She's
lose.
using sorcery! Destroy her quickly!
That showed him. You've used one of those mortars before. How about you blow up this one?
Can you take that mortar out? Really starting to annoy me.
other mortars there.
They're masked. Won't protect them from a spell like that. If we can't get past those gates,
The rebels...
this battle is already over.
Don't let the train get the better hand! That's a hit!
We have to take the castle now. He's not getting back up, that's for sure. Too slow. Good. They might be faceless, but they're still nothing but men.
How about you turncoat? This is the moment you've been waiting for, isn't it? Well, waiting's over.
It's only a flesh wound!
We could really use your help over here. You really want to go up against the army, girl? Find a way to get past those defences. We're under...
He should have surrendered. Now they're not used to dealing with magic. Don't give these buggers a satisfaction. The mortar's down!
I'm not...
Down he...
The Auroran ship should be able to move in closer now. Come on, Kaelin, do your stuff.
Into the city! Ah, a bit of close combat. This is more like... Recognize old Walter.
How you feeling, Walter?
Let's stop asking. Now let's go.
Block as much as you like. You're going down. Pull it together.
Good shooting. More guard.
That one's dead, all right. Watch out!
Watch and learn, Tinfish. That's right. Aim where it hurts.
Excellent knockdown. Well, can't say they don't deserve it. Try it. You got one. Well done. Is this not the grandest time you've ever had?
Sabine, you almost blew us up.
You saw a glorious beacon of freedom burning in the night for all the... What is it, Boulder? Oh, bloody hell. Move! Move!
It'll take more than a grenade to finish off that old sod.
Meanwhile, let's do what he says and get moving, shall we?
Take that, you rebel! I can't wait to hoist your head on a pole and bring it to the king!
Taking fire! Watch out!
Zap the buggers. They should know better than to go against a hero. I might look old, but I know how to fight. See? They go down as easily as hollow men. Hey, stop hitting me, you mindless punk!
Soldier's been shot! Good defense. Now riposte.
Don't show them any mercy. That's another notch for you. I have to learn that trick. Hey, if they didn't want to get killed, they should... Oh, can't we have a moment's rest?
You get bored, would ya? We're the best trained soldiers in the kingdom.
Look, it's paid.
Nobody knocks down one of the king's soldiers. Kill her, boys!
To blow this one up.
We'll meet up with her there.
Excellent attack. Now finish her off.
I thought people were supposed to open doors for queens, not the other way around.
Pull yourself together! There's more of them! It's that barricade. Oh, please, we're in a street! Haven't you noticed all the houses and doors? We just need to perpetrate a little breaking and entering for us. That's right you are. Through here. Come on, Paige, where are you?
The king wants your head on a plate, and that is what he's going to get.
Oh, about bloody time!
My men are taking care of the East Barracks, but I couldn't leave you out here alone.
That deserves a round of applause.
That was an easy shot.
I'll say they don't deserve it. Hey. Grenade! That's how you handle a sword. Oh, that's just magic! Beautiful shot!
You got one, well done!
Elite soldiers, my ass. Have that! Stay alert. There'll be more coming. We have to find a way past this gate. Always with the damn gates.
What we need are explosives. But I used mine up on the way here.
If only we knew some sort of tiny, crazy old man who enjoyed blowing things up.
Ha ha! Did you see that boulder that the whole city bowed to our thunder?
Hang on. How did you get to the other side in the first place?
Dwellers have their ways, my boy. Is there anyone left to kill?
There will be soon. More troops are on the way. Kalian's fleet got a fair few, but not all.
We'll hold them off.
Come on, Boulder, there's more fighting to be done.
Good luck in there. Hope the crown fits.
Let's finish this for good, while I can still stand up on my own. Shall we knock? No. Let's surprise him.
So, this is how it ends. The old fool and the child who ran away. You've finally become the woman I always wanted you to be.
She's a lot more than that, and now she's ready to take your place.
Perhaps the time has come for someone else to lead Albion.
You were never a leader, just another tyrant.
Did it ever occur to you that I may have had good reason to be?
We're not interested in your reasons.
Cower behind ignorance if you will, but my sister deserves to know the truth.
Save it for the trial, Logan. You can beg for your life then. All hail, the Queen of Albion! There she is, the Queen of Albion. You've made it. Just like I always knew you would. It doesn't get any easier, though. You have a country to run now. And with Jasper busy in the sanctuary, you'll need a new personal aide. Someone who can keep you organized. Let me introduce you to...
Hobson. Hobson's the name, Your Majesty. May I say what an extraordinary honor it is to serve you? I have a vast wealth of experience, I assure you, though I have yet to experience vast wealth. That, Your Majesty, is an example of the sense of humor which will no doubt make our time together such a delight.
No doubt. Well, I'll leave you two to get better acquainted. I should begin preparations for the trial.
The trial? Of course. The very first item on today's agenda. Among my other qualities, I am well versed in toadying, public relations, and time management. And I heartily believe the key to being a successful queen is following a well-scheduled royal agenda. If you will permit me, here are today's appointments. I'm sure you will do a marvelous job presiding over your brother's trial, which, as I said, will be your very first royal duty. Your subjects await in the throne room for what is sure to be an historic occasion, Your Majesty.
All stand to attention for the Queen of Albion. Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work. But killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation, and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our father's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If a few had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, It was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness. Together.
If this is true, if it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, sister. Now choose.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The Queen has made her decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle. You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are queen, you can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albion would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero wearing the crown do we stand a chance of survival.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion. All you can do is prepare, and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced, and be the hero that can stand against it.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start. But you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it, Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth. It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold, a topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also... Very well, Your Majesty. Well, how very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets, and we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time. You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda. Riva has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Riva can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
Your Majesty, I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start. But you will need to raise a fortune to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment. This is it, Albion's royal treasury, the store of the kingdom's total wealth. It's, well, not as, replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold, a topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1. Very well, Your Majesty. Well, how very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets. And we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time! You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda. Riva has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Riva can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
promise you made to Kaelin is now on the wall with the others. I cannot tell you what joy it brings me to see you crowned queen at last. I served proudly under your father when he sat on the throne, and I will continue to serve you to the best of my abilities. But becoming a ruler does not mean you cease to be a hero. That is why I shall remain in the sanctuary. It is where I belong, after all. And with this new... I'm afraid your property was irreparably damaged during the battle.
Don't tempt me, Weaver.
Oh, happy day! Her Majesty the Queen of Albion graces us with her radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful policies? There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth. But my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought. Well, if you'd like to be known as...
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once. Welcome to Reaver Industries Learning Center, Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be.
I wrote a really good poem, but now I can't find it. I think I used it to clean up that milk I spilled.
At your service, my queen.
Yeah! Hooray!
Everything you could possibly need.
My queen?
Yippee!
Madam?
Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
Greetings,
At your
ma'am.
orders.
Woohoo! Yippee!
Your Majesty.
My lady.
At your orders, ma'am.
For queen and country. My lady.
Greetings, my liege.
At your service.
Majesty. Your Majesty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen.
Majesty.
Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the Battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Riva shall stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now.
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The Queen has reached her decision. The Old Quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn Old Quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new Old Quarter.
Astonishing, Your Majesty. So early in your reign, and already the treasury is replete. I cannot recall seeing a more beautiful spectacle. And yet there is still a kingdom to be run, and it never hurts to amass more gold. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they thank you when they are dead? Not unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures. That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a sizable gap in the treasury. Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits indeed. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared. As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Greetings, Mom.
Attention! At your service, my...
At your...
All stand to attention for the Queen of Albion. Today you decide on the decor of the castle. Two of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I am Herman Worthy, and I have a design...
I wish this to be an enlightened castle.
Oh, fabulous, Your Majesty, fabulous! Your castle will be a vision of purity.
And what's more, fashion and good taste must choke down their nausea.
Today you decide on the future of Aurora, Your Majesty. Kaelin will speak for her people. Riva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
I am here to seek the protection.
I will keep my promise. Aurora will become part of Albion, and its people will be our equals in every way.
The Queen has spoken. Aurora shall be rebuilt as part of Albion, and equal to every other part of the kingdom.
Thank you, Majesty. You have proven to be a woman of honor. Aurora is proud to stand at your side.
Welcome to the new and improved Aurora, an oasis of friendship, camaraderie, and many other lovely things. Visit the city that Reaver Industries rebuilt from sand, stone, and corpses. Enjoy the sunshine, the odd local customs, and the heavy soldier presence. Aurora, a light blooming in the darkness.
A most brave decision in court today, Your Majesty. Aurora might have proven to be a rather profitable resource, but I'm sure we can find other means of filling the treasury. As a matter of fact, we could already have stumbled upon such an opportunity. Aurora may not turn out to be a waste after all. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it, without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
Greetings, Mom. Your Majesty.
Is all well, my lady?
Well, well. Right here. My queen. At your service, my queen. Attention.
Woo! Yeah!
At your service. My queen.
We think you're doing
What can I do for
such a
you
great
then?
job.
I'm going to buy more than I did last.
At your command. Yeah! Well, hello there. I could use your help, you know, cleaning up the streets. I'm ashamed to admit it, but we've had a rash of jailbreaks, and not enough men on duty to track them.
I always like that. Hello, your awesome Supreme.
My lady.
If you hold your breath for 3 minutes, you can pass out.
Yay! Yay!
Hello!
Woohoo! My lady.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Hi, big shot.
Wait, can I please have your autograph?
Madam.
Wow, it's the
Majesty.
How are you, Your Majesty?
I'm at your command.
The kingdom is doomed.
Is all well, my lady?
At your
Me
service,
lady?
my queen.
Well, well, hides here.
At your service, my queen.
Long live the queen! Greetings, ma'am. At your command.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? I would marry this diamond if I could. Think how precious the children would be. A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, your majesty. Bravo. You have shown yourself to be a most talented monarch. The treasury is positively overflowing. You might even consider borrowing a little for yourself. Of course, it never hurts to earn even more. Who knows what the future will bring? With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the Treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Of course, you may also choose to keep Logan's policies. The matter is entirely in your hands. Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Your Majesty?
Woohoo! Hello there, Your Majesty.
Her Majesty, the Queen of Albion.
Your Majesty.
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for
the poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone Shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reaver Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Reaver will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late. Even more nauseating.
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The Queen has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You were in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Your Majesty?
Woohoo! Yippee! Hello, my lady.
Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
Yes,
Your Majesty.
my queen.
Greetings, ma'am.
Attention!
The castle is looking wonderfully bright.
Hail to your majesty.
Greetings, ma'am. How are you, Your Majesty?
Delivery for you.
All the clothes you'll ever need, right here.
Yippee!
Ma'am?
It's not every day a queen walks into the rebel headquarters. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Madam?
That bandit ferret and his hoodlum gang are terrorizing.
My lady.
It's the Queen! Yeah! Wow.
Woohoo!
Your Majesty? At your service.
Greetings, my lady.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The Queen, no less. Have at her, fellas.
Oi! Just stop all that shouting nonsense and give up! We'd really appreciate it.
We may be losing, but we'll go down fighting, damn it!
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Really made the old quarter uninhabitable.
Madam.
Always a joy to see you.
Hello there, Your Majesty. At your command.
Oh, wow!
At your service, my queen.
It's an honour and a privilege having you as our ruler, Your Majesty.
It's very late and time for bed.
The Queen. I'm not prone to hyperbole, but this is a significant inconvenience. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Kill her! Fast!
Don't let her kick your ass like that, you fool! Shooting.
That's it! Cut the stinker down! That's just unnatural, that is!
Don't you know how to block, mate? I'm gonna kick your royal ass! Please set me free! can tell you can handle a gun, but can you handle... Keep your heads down, boys! The scumbag's shooting at us!
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
I'm gonna dance on your entrails!
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
Ah, that pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot.
You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
The treasury is simply bursting with wholesome, nutritious gold. I sometimes spend hours staring at this glorious accomplishment. Our wealth surpasses all expectations. I must congratulate you, Your Majesty. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption. Very good. Perhaps this is not the time to be implementing radical new measures. It will give both the gentry and the rabble something to complain about. Who knows, it may take their minds off their impending doom. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
My lady?
How are you, Your Majesty?
At your service.
Her Majesty, the Queen of Albion. Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty.
The Bright Wall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Bright Wall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free centre of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
The court summons Page and Reaver. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Reaver will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found...
Page is right. We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The Queen has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the Crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom. As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder. May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.